What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Bianconator Zone. Welcome back to a daily extra. It's been a while because there's not a lot of things to discuss, so I don't want to bore you guys with nothing news. But there is kind of a big development involving Bonucci and maybe a change in the way the club is doing things, you might say. So let's dive into that. Maybe a few updates on the transfer market as well, if there are any updates to really discuss at this moment in time. Before we dive into the daily, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and as always, let's go. Okay, so it's Thursday, almost the end of the week because during the weekend, not a lot of things happen. Only like the end of August, then they still do deals during the weekend, but it's almost weekend and no big major updates, bar one, and that's the Bonucci one. It's an update because it's Juve. It should not be an update. It should be straightforward. It should have been obvious. It should have been made clear weeks ago, months ago, whatever you want to call it. But the club told Bonucci, and I need to be careful with my wording. They told Bonucci he's not gonna be a regular starter next season. So they did not tell him you're not gonna start games. They did not really out and out say leave, but they told him you're not gonna be a regular starter, which is an important word in the news show because he wants to play. Like he doesn't fancy a move to America and all those things because the rumors are that after next season 24 after Euros, if Italy is gonna make the Euros, by the way, he's gonna say it's done. I'm gonna retire. I had enough of this, and I'm done. So he's actually looking for a year to stay fit, get some games, and be called up by Mancini. The big issue is Mancini calls up players who don't play at all, who are not good enough, but he has his mates and he will call them up. And that's very important in this story because a regular starter means you're not going to be the main guy. Let's say in an ideal world, Bremer and Gatti are starting. If somebody needs a rest, you're up. If somebody's injured, you or Rugani are up, but you're still gonna get games because and knowing Allegri, he's not gonna play Gatti and Bremer for 38 games of the season. Obviously, he rotates like a madman. Ever since he joined, he rotated every single game. We never started a game with the same lineup as a previous game. That's a real stat. So that regular word is key because he's still gonna get games, and that's puts kind of doubts at me that he's actually gonna leave. Put it all together. He wants one more year. He wants to go to the Euro, and he will have a few games here and there. I think he's calm. I think the rush to actually move is not really there. If he was 29, then yes, I would say the rush would have been there because he can still go on, or like even 31 for that matter. But you know what I'm trying to say. He's at the end of his career. I don't know how old he is. Is he 36, 37? I don't think he's in a rush to move to a Newcastle or move to a team in the Premier League for one more season. And actually, you need to convince those other teams, I'm only here for one more season. Why would a team do that type of deal? It doesn't really sound that amazing, for any team to do that deal. Now, you can throw that all out the window if he actually wants to play on beyond the Euros. That's one. And if he's actually sitting there and be like, no, I want to play more and more games, then obviously. But at this moment in time, I'm not having that feeling. The positive thing is, and it feels like Giuntoli came in and now this happened, and Giuntoli told them, or made it very clear that, buddy, please find another team because you're not going to play much. We have different plans. Because that news was not there before Giuntoli. Ever since Giuntoli joined, those rumors were coming out that Bonucci is done. The club is going to tell him he's going to leave. So that's a positive, obviously, because these things need to happen. he also needs to go to players like Deschilio and those type of players and tell them, you're done. You're not gonna play. We have different plans. Find another team. That's what needs to happen. McKennie, all those players, you need to tell them, make it work. Find a team. We need the money. You're not gonna play. We don't believe in you anymore. Make it very obvious that these type of players, do not have a future anymore, because too long at this club have we just sit back and be like, do you want to leave? No, well, we'll keep you. You'll whatever. Like, we will keep you on for no good reason, because you're not really contributing with goals. You're not really adding a lot to the team when you play, but you can stay. And it made no sense for anyone. So that's basically the news, and it's probably the most positive news in the last month, besides maybe Juntali actually joining, that now he's making it very clear that, you know, we have, or we're trying to go into a direction and you're not part of it, find another club. Romeo added that it's very significant because they're basically telling Bonucci, leave, find a solution, you're done out of here, just find a solution. But I'm not so certain that he actually is jumping to, you know, jump on a new team basically. But let's see, that can develop. If he leaves, you'll probably get in another center back. Who knows who? No idea. It could be just calling back the winter and we go extremely young and we go that route. Who knows? Because those rumors are there that the winter wants to stay or be sold. No loan anymore. He actually wants to stay. He told the club, I want to stay. I want to fight for my place. That could be a solution, but let's see. That's kind of a big positive story, an obvious thing that needed to happen, but it actually happened, and maybe a lot of people among us never believed that would have actually been taking place at the club, these type of discussions or talks. That's that. The other bit of news updates are that PSG are the team, at this moment in time looking at Vlahovic. They have talks with his agent, but they have other options. But excuse me, them in PSG, oh my God, what I'm saying, PSG are the team now that are not in the pole position, not whatever, but the team that if he's gonna leave at this moment in time, it seems PSG. It doesn't seem Chelsea, it doesn't seem Bayern or Manu or whatever. It feels like if it's gonna happen, it's PSG. But they also are looking at different options, obviously. Maybe I flipped a little bit. I think I said Chiesa, like going off all the rumors today, the 13th of July, the player that's gonna leave, the big player that's gonna leave for big money. At this moment in time, it feels like it's gonna be Vlahovic because the offers Chiesa is getting are terrible, and they're from Aston Villa. He's not joining Aston Villa, and the club is apparently not really eager to sell. But then again, if an offer comes on from 80 million, they will look at it because they need the money. The Newcastle links are kind of weak at this moment in time. It's just Aston Villa, and it ends there. There are little rumblings about Man U and Liverpool, but they have other priorities, those clubs now. So I don't really see anything in it as of now. Just based on rumors, it feels like it's gonna be Vlahovic. The Bremen rumors were completely shut down. It was Tottenham, but they were never gonna pay 70 mil what we wanted. So that's kind of done. It feels like it's Vlahovic. The talks are, or like the talks, the rumors, the news is also maybe strangely that he's not happy with Allegri Vlahovic. He doesn't really get along. They don't get along that well, But he doesn't want to leave the club. And I've said it many times. He will leave if the club tells him, we need to sell. And he will not... How do you want to say that? He will not be, oh my God, I need to play for Bayern Munich or I need to play for PSG. He's not going to say that. But if he had a choice, he prefers to stay at the club. But he knows the club is open to sell, and that's why, he's listening to offers. But he wants to stay. I've said it many times. Like, he supported the club when he was young. His kind of idea was, I'm going to stay here for a while. But, again, this is our situation. It's extremely sad because this should not be happening. But this is our reality. we are losing a player who a lot of people might not like, which I will accept because everybody has his own opinion on players. That's fair. But we have players who actually care about the club, who want to play for this club, and we are losing them. And players who are on a 1 year deal here or whatever and don't really care, they are able to stay, and it's just a weird situation. Like, not a situation we should be in. If we are a big club, and we are the big club in name at this moment in time, like these situations shouldn't be happening. Like a player of like Vlahovic or name it, they should be leaving because they are like, I want to leave, not because the club is, we need money. We need money, so leave, please leave. I know you rather want to stay with us, but we need the money. A bit like the Tonali thing. Like, you can see he's sad. He didn't want to leave his boyhood club, but he's gone because the money was there. Maybe not to that level, to those extreme levels. I don't think Bremer is gonna be, Vlahovic is gonna be putting up a sad face when he signs for PSG or whatever. But that's a situation. It's a tough, really tough, surreal situation when you know where we're coming from. But it is what it is. I will end the video again with, maybe we will have some big news today or tomorrow, and things can kick on. News we will probably not like. Followed up by very confusing players we're probably gonna bring in. But that's a 23 summer transfer window. Other than that, what I still have to say is that next week we play our first friendly game, and we will be live for watch long. So stay tuned for that. We did those last season. Those were fun. We will probably do some giveaways. We give away memberships during the watch longs. Always a good laugh because we will be on. Me, Justin, and Julian will be on. It's been months, but we will probably be all on for the watch long. So that's something to look forward to. Other than that, thanks everyone for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 5K, so do that, and I will see you guys back on Friday, so tomorrow. Thanks for watching.